end of another week in the market. This is what I did this week. Hear the piano? I don't got no lyrics for this way. Maybe, you know, over the weekend I can see what I can put together, you know? I like the beat, though. I like the beat. I like the beat. Got a little mellow joint. I literally be kind of bored sometimes in the week, y'all. So I gotta like debut my stuff with y'all on Friday, you know? Get my keyboard, put a little something together. They put it out there for the team. I'm on the highway to freedom, you know what I mean? Got the radio playing on the highway to freedom. I'm your captain, your pilot. And, you know, you hear the music that I put on, you know, you just ride with me, baby, you ride with me, baby. The destination is in sight. You got confidence in the leadership and you're the captain on this ship. All you gotta do is sit back, relax. If you get too hot, let me know, and I'll pull up the AC. Get too cold, let me know, and I'll turn up the heat. But we got one destination, and that's to the top. You like it like that? I gotta put some lyrics in this right here, you know? What up, Beat? What up, Beat? I let your boy, man. King of this, man. He doesn't put out albums. Look at the word. Alright. So we come to the end of another week in the markets, baby. Yeah. Alright, so as we come to the end of this week, we close out. It's like the camera, right? 1 second here. It's like I'm looking down. Alright, I guess now. Let's try that again. 1 second, guys. 1 second here. That's a little bit better, I guess. All right. So, yeah, we come to the end of another week in the market. And this week right here, we closed out on 96 pips. I got to laugh at myself. I know y'all laughing at me too. Like, what the? Yeah, 96 pips we closed out this week. Now, I know that's like, what the hell, Shane? 96 pips. Y'all never did nothing like that, man. Whereas some people take that 96 pips, especially with our record. This is the end of week 19 of 2017. And with the last 17 weeks, because we started the 3rd week of January, giving out the pip numbers and opening this platform out to the public. So within the last 17 weeks, even with this week right here being a close of 96 pips, we've closed a total of 6,602 total pips. So if you had a standard account from that point, you would have earned about $66,000 in the last 17 weeks. So you will take a week like this right here where we got 96 pips, and that still would have put about $960 in your bank this week with a standard account. All right. So I know everybody doesn't have the standard account, but we are working our way towards that. And as you can see with the results, now this 96 pips did bring our weekly average down a little bit. That still gives us an average of 388 pips per week. And with that 388 pips, we are over the goal of 250 pips per week. So can I live, guys? Can we live? Can we take 96 pips this week? Trust me, there is a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness because as you guys know, we were in trades this week that were up 80-something pips. I think the GBP CAD one time was up 95 pips. And I know you're like, man, what the hell? Shane must be sleeping. Shane must be sleeping on the job. Why didn't he close the trade yet? I got money in the bank. I'm looking at the blue. I understand, guys. No, I was not sleeping on the job. I saw it. I'm looking at it too. But we're going to dig in these charts today, and I'm going to show you what I'm seeing, and I'm going to show you the direction that we're going in for the future to take this train right here to the next level. You thought we was good, and we doing damn good, guys, believe it or not. Believe it or not, there's other leaders out reaching out to me, respectable leaders, saying, you know, wow, Shane, you guys are doing an amazing job, and I'm looking for people like you. And I'm like, you looking for people like me? What you want me to do for you? It's all about the highway to freedom. My 100% focus is right here with this group of this community and this group of individuals that have come together to get to the destination. Where was they at when I was shooting in the gym? You know what I'm saying? Where was they at then when I was reaching out to them? Where was you at? Nah, it's about us right here, right now. But yeah, they reach out and, you know, I can use people like you, and I'm sure they want me to be a signal caller in their groups and all of this and that. But nah, I'm not with it. Not going to be able to do it. So can I live, guys? Can we live? Can we take the 96 pips this week, understanding that we're about to take this thing to a next level, and in a few minutes, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But that's an average of 388 pips, averaging per week. And yeah, we've taken losses. For those pessimists, I know there's the pessimists out there. What about your losses? Always talking about your win. They always winning. What about your losses? Yeah, we've taken 3 losses for a total of 59 pips. So that means with a standard account, you could have earned about $66,000, and you would have lost about 590 out of 66,000. Damn. I think you'll be all right with those percentages of wins to losses, because we're talking about 0.89% win to loss ratio. Not even a percent. 0.89% win to loss ratio. Okay, that's unheard of in Forex. And if this message is getting out there to anybody who knows about Forex, you know those type of results are unheard of. Matter of fact, let's just pull up the, well, you know what? I want to do a little cheers with you guys. It's a little hot, and I can't wait to crack this beer. I've been waiting to do it with you. So let's go ahead and toss it up. Let's cheer it up. Get your Kool-Aids and your lemonades and all that. I got a nice beer. This is a Yingling. I like Yingling beers. I used to do the Budweisers and the Heineken. Well, the Heineken's is good, but that Budweiser is like straight piss water. Anybody you out there know about beer, it's like drinking water. That used to be my drink. But, you know, I do a little Yingling. It's made by Budweiser, actually, or Anheuser-Busch. No, original amber beer. American. This is made by Budweiser, though, if I'm not mistaken. It's made by Budweiser. Well, anyway, it's a Yingling. It's a Yingling. You know, get a little bougie with it. Bougie. Little beer talk, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with a beer, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with a beer, especially on a nice hot day outside or whatever. Nothing wrong with a beer. I like my beer with ice. A little different. I know I'm a little different, but that's how I like my beer. So get your Kool-Aid, your lemonade, your beers. If you want to take a shizat at the end of the week, you got to take something, because it's like a sad time for us coming to the end of the week of the market, you know, being in the trades all week and like, oh, God, the potential to make so much money right here, right now. So cheers, guys. That's good. That's good. I've been waiting to drink that one. All right. So, yeah. So we're still on pace. No, nothing to worry about. Like I say, guys, we could have easily got the 400 to 500 pips this week without a doubt. But there's something I'm working on. Now, before I get into that, I do want to say this is the time where we transition into the other side of our opportunity, the recruiting side. As you guys know, I want to welcome everybody who just came aboard. We just had Cool Craig join us today out of Arizona. Salute my brother. We had a few other people that joined us within this week and the last weeks. Welcome aboard. If if there's something that you're confused on or you're not getting, first of all, speak to your sponsor. Second of all, you can get us in the group. You can ask the questions. I think Faith asked the question today. So what is this Highway to Freedom and Show Me the Money thing all about, the concept? All right, so definitely speak with your sponsor. Your sponsor should be keeping you abreast and up to date with what's going on and things of that nature. And we always put out updates or whatever in the group. So as a transition, hopefully you guys heard my message in the H2F Signals channel. It's real, guys. The message I left, I'm not even going to say the message. I want you to go check it out and listen to it for yourself. It's real about building. You follow those steps, you definitely going to take this thing to the top. Lauren, shout out to you, man. Thursday, you did an awesome job with the Entourage Building webinar. We're going to be hosting that every Thursday at 9 p.m. Yours truly, Mr. Lawrence, Minister Pippin is going to be hosting that webinar every Thursday. And every week he'll bring some new information to help us become tighter and, with our efforts towards building the entourage. All right. The link as well for our Sunday night webinar is out there. So you guys on the Facebook group, and it's in the Telegram group. So you can copy and paste that and send that to your potential candidates. Now, there is a script to use when when sending out that link to them to join. You don't just send it. There's a script to go with that. And if you go to www.highway2freedom. If you go to H2Fentourage.com, H2Fentourage.com, you can see exactly the process you should use to invite your candidates on to our Sunday night webinar. And I think Lawrence even gave us some homework to do that he's going to be checking over and helping us out with this Thursday, next Thursday coming up. So first things first is Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your potential candidates on. Let them hear the information. That will allow you to then determine from there if they are going to be a good fit for the opportunity that we have. Because honestly, we're not looking for everybody. We're not looking for everybody. Not everybody can handle and deal with this making money kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to making money, there's some responsibility that comes with it too. If it wasn't responsibility that comes with making money, everybody would be making it. And as we know, everybody's not out here in a position to make money. They have the opportunities for everybody, but everybody's not making it. It's funny, everybody says they want to make that money, but they're not making it. You got to ask yourself, why do some people succeed all the time and others seem to fail all the time? It's about dealing and handling that responsibility. Showing up is another one. You got to show up. You got to show up to the game, baby. For example, we have these webinars, Monday night, Art of Taking Signals, and Thursday night and Sunday nights. There are some of you here that show up to every single webinar. Alina, shout out to you. Siobhan, Mark. There's a few of you guys that show up. Earl, of course, Lawrence, Femi, the leaders, we show up. But there's a few of you that you don't even have to, because you know the information that's about to be presented, but you show up, baby. You show up. And I'm going to tell you, 50% of the game is won by simply showing up. 50% you get out the way by simply showing up to the game. How you going to win a game if you're not even in it? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you that's been showing up, and I'm telling you, we're going to see, because you know what they say, the cream always rises to the top. I promise you, the ones that be showing up, taking on the responsibility, because it's only, what, an hour webinar? If your success is not worth the hour, then you don't even deserve it, you know? But we're going to see that cream rise to the top, and you're going to start to see certain people separate themselves as far as those accounts that they're building and the profits that they're raking in and the teams that they're building as well. You're going to see, mark what I say, not because of me. Not, and shit, I want everybody to get it equally. Hey, that'd be nice, right? But that ain't how the game works. That's not how the game of life works. The game of life works by those who show up to the game, take that responsibility on, take their craft serious enough to be a professional about it. They tend to separate themselves from the pack. They tend to separate themselves from the pack. That's just the way it is. So, I was about to say something. So yeah, just show up, man, and let's make it happen. Let's just make it. The tools are here. All you got to do is use them. Oh, that's what I was about to say. But in life, yeah, there's always those people. It's called The Slight Edge. If you ever get that book, it's by Jeff Olson. Shout out to you, Mr. Roy F., for giving me that book as a gift. One of the best books I've ever read. It's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And it talks about how that separation of people who make it and people who don't make it is so slight that you don't see it until it's too late. It's like smoking cigarettes. When you smoke the first cigarette, it don't just kill you and give you a heart attack and lung disease and all that from the first cigarette, maybe not even the 100th cigarette. But little by little, over time, that cigarette just wears down on you, and you don't realize that it's taking a life disastrous effect on you, usually until it's too late. It's when you're in the hospital on these machines and all that, and they're like, damn, I shouldn't have smoked them cigarettes. That's exactly how success works. Those of you who do the little things like showing up to the webinars, speaking with your sponsors on a regular basis, tracking your results on that P390 Forex chart that we have, and writing down your goals, keeping your goals visualized in your head. Those of you who can be professional enough, responsible enough, and want it that bad because your why is strong enough to make you change the normal routine of your life. If your normal routine is coming home and watching TV, and that TV show is more important than you making money and you becoming financially free, then you know what? It's the financial free part is not going to happen for you because the TV is more important. But for those of you who understand, in order to get something different, in order to live a different way, I have to do different things. I have to change my lifestyle. I have to change my normal routine if I want to get a different result. I can't do the same things I was always doing, expecting a different result. That is the definition of insanity. All right? So those of you who can figure that out and get it, and there's those of you who are doing it. I see you, and I respect you 100%, and I can already tell by the testimonials and the results I see you posting and things like that, that Natalie, shout out to you, be showing up, speaking to spot, and there's a lot of you. I'm not trying to single anybody out. I'm just thinking of the people that come to my head right away. Barbara Mathis, been showing up, you know. So I'm not trying to leave anybody out, and if I left you out, don't take it personal. Just keep doing what you got to do, and do it enough to where I can't help but to remember your name. You know what I'm saying? All right, show up, baby. Show up to the game. All right. So yeah, so Sunday night, and then the other thing about the Sunday night webinars, we're transitioning to a point where Mr. Fem Dogs has been bringing the fire, been bringing the heat on them Sunday night webinars with the information that's not just for your potential candidates, but even for the active members, So I mean, you're going to get value by showing up to that Sunday night webinar, whether you're looking to bring on your potential recruits or whether you just want to hear what the information is. Now, a lot of this stuff is going to be repeated from week to week because all we're doing is basically explaining the opportunity. But Femi has a section where he starts to talk about the millionaire mindset. you know, how to make money work for you and understanding this money thing. It's deeper than this, I want to make money. It's about understanding how money works. It's about understanding the mindset of a successful Forex trader. It's about, you know, a lot of things, self-development and things of that nature. And we got some other things in the work that's going to bring this self-development to light, because making money is not alleviating problems. Developing yourself will alleviate the problems so that when you make the money, it can be truly a fruit to your life and not a detriment to your life. Because sometimes, like my man Biggie Smalls said, more money, more problems if you don't have the right self-development. So we're doing a lot of self-development material that we're sharing on those Sunday night webinars. And stay tuned, because we got some big things. I got a big meeting this weekend with Mr. Wake Up to Money, Mr. Self-Development himself. This weekend, I'm meeting up with him, and we're going to be talking about some things that we're going to be putting in place for the team so that we can continue to build ourselves financially and intellectually. All right? Because they both go hand in hand together. All right. So let's dig into charts really quick. I want to show you guys why we let over 300-400 pips just, we looked at it this week. I know we did. I know we did. I know. And I'm sure, and the thing about it, some of you took the profits, and that's good. I mean, hey, you got to trade the way your temperament allows you to trade. Some of you can't sit there and look at that blue and be like, oh man, what if it go back? What if it go back? And you just got to grab them profits. Some of you will get 10, 15 pips in profit and take it. Now, part of me thinks it's because you're scared. You're like scared and worried that, oh, what if it go back? And we talk about the emotions of trading. Then the other part, some of you have a real strategy that you're using where you get in, you take the profits. If it goes back to the entry, then you'll get back in. And then you keep taking profits like that because, you know, we're in trades that's been in the zone. So they'll go from one top of the zone to the other top of the zone, one top of the zone to the other top of the zone, one top of the zone to the other top of the zone. So you'll take profits on the bottom, get back in on the top, take profits on the bottom, get back in on the top. And that's an awesome way to make money. They call that scalping. Here we call it pipping and dipping until the market actually breaks out. Now me, I don't want to miss the breakout. So look, let me just go ahead and put you guys on to what I'm talking about. Because we on the verge of a change. A change is on its way. You thought we was doing something. Bring up my other screen over here. All right. Join the meeting. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. 659. Okay. So I'm going to bring up my other screen, and we're going to look at some charts this week because I want you guys. I want you guys to. There you go. I want you guys to totally understand what we're doing here. There's a method to the math. I got an echo. See, I'm using 2 of my computers on one of these things right here. So that's why it's like a little crazy right now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Let's pull up this. Gonna look at this GBP. Echo, man. Let me see something. Hello? Testing? We're going to do some chart work today. I want you guys to understand what I'm doing in these trades when you say, like, damn, Hello? Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Can you still hear me? I hope so. I will record this thing and you can't even hear me. All right, so we're gonna do some chart work today so you guys can understand the method to the madness. All right. Testing. Oh my goodness. Testing. Testing. 1, 2. All right. Yeah. So now let's take a look at this GBP USD. There was times this week where we were up 90 something pips. Today alone, we were up 90 something pips. And I'm sure you guys were like, what the hell is Shane doing? Let me count this out to the bottom of that wick for today. That's our entry. Look at that. Hold on, let me go on a smaller time frame. Let's go on a smaller time frame. Let's see what. Okay, let's measure this out from our top entry right here to where the bottom of the market goes today. Guys, we were up 107 pips today on GBP/CAD. And I'm sure you were like, whoa. But you guys hear me say, if we can sit in the red, then we can sit in the blue. Those of you who've been watching those videos that we place on YouTube, the educational videos, may know just what I'm talking about when I mentioned about trading the master direction. Now, look at this right here, guys. You heard me talk about we're going to ride that trend like Mark Tech told Zakaya today. Take those profits, girl. Get those profits, baby. And I was kind of like, no, don't take those profits. Sit in there because we're going to let those profits compound. And lately, we've been winning. We've gotten over 6,600 pips in the last 17 weeks. But the elephant in the room, well, it's not really an elephant in the room, but I think we try to stay so positive that we don't really talk about it. And our risk management allows us to deal with whatever. And you guys know, let's just go on and keep it 100. A lot of times we're in trades that go against us, like the GBP USD, we have a trade that went against us like crazy. The news hit and bam, the damn thing just went up. USD CAD, we got a couple positions that went against us like crazy. And so I know with that what's going on. Remember a couple weeks ago, the USD JPY went against us like crazy, then it came back. And it doesn't have to be like that. You know, I know we're in a fundamental market and it's doing things that it may not normally do, but I've been thinking, guys, I'm like, damn, we don't have to be in these situations, man. We don't have to be in these situations like that. We could be turning this thing around. Like all that red that we're sitting in, we could be getting that on the profit side instead of waiting for the market to come back too. You know, instead of waiting for the market to come back to get those pips. And so you know, I had to, go do my homework again. I had to get back in these charts. And I want to thank my main man, Femi, because we got in these charts together and analyzing things. And it comes down to this right here. I almost want to kick myself in the butt. Lawrence always says it. Here we don't predict the market. We react to the market. We don't predict the market. We react to the market. We always like to trade in the direction of the master direction. If you watch those educational Forex videos that I recorded, some of them, and the main one by our guy, Joe Nemeth, that's the one that's titled, How to Kick Ass in the Financial Markets. If you watch that video and look at some of the trades that we're in, you can see I've been doing something totally against that. And I have not been trading with the master direction. I've been looking at like the TDI, saying that, okay, the TDI or the RSI is above a certain level, it's overbought or it's oversold, so it should turn up from here or turn down from here. You hear that word I said, should? That's not how you want to be trading Forex. You don't want to be trading Forex and making decisions based off of a should. You want to trade Forex based off of what you see, not what you expect to happen. Because like I always say, the market can do anything at any time. So you want to put yourself in a position where you're reacting to the market. Now again, we've still won. We're still winning. We're still building those accounts. I'm still hearing awesome testimonials about crazy percentage gains on your accounts. But if we're winning right now, and I dug in these charts, me and Femi, and realize some of the error of our ways when it comes to us sitting in these red positions, imagine what we're going to do when we tighten it up even more. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm saying. We're already winning. So this is not a sad story about, oh my God, we blew our accounts. I heard those stories out there in the Forex world. I heard these gurus just blew a bunch of people's account on the auto trader and shit. Oh man, I've heard some horror stories in Forex, which is not what I'm bringing and delivering up to us today. That's not the message. The message is, yeah, we're winning, but it could be better than this. We don't have to sit in trades with all this drawback. We don't even have to be in those trades. If it's gone that way, that means the trend is going, we're opposite of the trend. And I got away from that for a minute by trading the 4-hour chart. But we know the master direction is based off of the D1 chart. Look at the videos and you'll know what I'm talking about. We got our Forex education playlist. The master direction is based off of the D1 chart. I've been trading the reversal. I've been trading the 4-hour chart, saying that it would lead into the D1 changing its trend because it's already overexhausted. Well, guess what? With the fundamental market that we've been in, with all this news, with Trump in office, with the French elections, with the wars going on, the market has not been allowing you to predict a reversal. The market's been trending though, and you can always follow a trend. And this is what we're supposed to be doing anyway. Trading with the trend, not trading the reversal. When I say reversal, not getting in a trade before the trend has changed, expecting that it should reverse from this area. And you know who I'm arguing at? Myself. I'm like getting on myself. And I'm real enough to do it in front of all of you. We should not be in trades where the trend is long, but we're looking for a sell. Like those USD CAD trades, we should have never gotten the sells yet. Until now, we see the D1 is turning down. The GBP USD, all those positions that we have in the red, we should have never been in those trades because the D1 was still on the long side. So I see the 4-hour turning down. Let me take the trade because it's already above the exhaustion on the TDI. And guess what? The 4-hour fakes me out and continues to stay with the established trend on the D1 chart. The higher the time frame, the stronger that the market wants to move in that direction. So you trade off the higher time frame, but it also requires the most patience. So let me show you what we're about to do because I can talk on and on. Let me show you what we're about to do. Now, guys, the idea on the highway to freedom, like it's always been, is to catch the beginning of a trend change on the D1 chart. How do you catch the beginning of a trend change? Well, if you use Heikinashis, like these, what you see on my screen, it's as easy as looking at the color. It's as easy as looking when the color changes. That's it. So look at this area right here. You see this? This last trend, this uptrend right here on the GBP CAD. imagine the first candle came in here, which is establishing a new trend, so it closed. The first candle, we always let it close because it can start off blue. Next thing you know, it turned back down. So let's say that first candle right here, it turned up blue. It was red, and it turned up blue. So now you take a buy on the next candle because now you're getting in on the beginning of a trend change. If you stick to that rule with this last trend that was established to the long side with the GBP-CAD, look what we would have got. From right there to the top of that move, I gotta read, dang. That was 1,227 pips. 1,227 pips. We would have got by just getting in the trade at the beginning of that trade and sitting there. Look how long it would have took to play out. Now that's the part some of you are going to have a challenge with, is the patience of this type of trading. But this is what the big boys do. The big boys, the big banks, this is how they trade. They don't just get in a trade and look to get out that day. They want to get the maximum move of the trend. So they're going to make big bank when they get in. They sit in it for a while, but they make big bank by the time they get out. So look, that would have took us 16 days. So 2 weeks. We could have, well, really three trading weeks. 3 trading weeks. There's only 5 days of trading. So about 3 trading weeks, we would have banged out 1,227 pips on this last trend right here. 1,000. So imagine we get 1,000 pips from that trade. We get in another trade and get 700-800 pips there. We get in another trade and get 700-800 pips here. And we're not going to change the game, and we're not going to change the game. This 250 pips thing is going to be like, what the hell is 250 pips? This is where I'm going with it, guys. Look at here. Look. Look if we caught this trend right here on the sell. Trend turned down. I got an arrow. Now I got the beautiful part of having arrows on my screen. Lucky you, you're in our signals channel. You can follow my trades. Look, right there to right there, 819 pips. Let's say we would have got out when the first candle turned blue. So we got out right here because now it's saying the trend is always going the other way. We still would have got 40-something pips, and it took 12 days for that to happen. So yeah, it's taking us, we take more time to close out the trade, but you got multiple trades going on and you're getting more pips per trade. Is it not worth it to sit in the trade? So you say, well, damn, Shane, we was up 100 pips today on this GBP-CAD. Why didn't we close? Because look, we're getting the trend change right here. We're getting the trend change on this GBP-CAD. And so if we stay in there, instead of worrying about a little 100 pips, if we stay in there, and if it comes right back and bounces, that's still 600 pips right there. Look, right here, 200 pips. And we got 2 positions right there. 2. So we get 500 pips, and let's say that's 800, 900, 1,000 pips, because times 2. That's why I didn't close the trade. That's why we only did 96 pips this week. That's why. Because I want to start helping this team get the maximum moves on this trades. That's going to require that we sitting in the blue on these trades. But I tell you what, sitting in the blue is a lot better than sitting in the red. Now, we were able to handle it because we used the right risk, but imagine you don't have to worry about that. Imagine we could take our lot size calendar back to the original. So if you have $1,000, you can use a 10-cent lot. On a 1,000 pip move, you made $1,000 on that move. On this move right here, you made 1,200 bucks from one trade. And let's say we add positions in it as it's going up. Oh boy, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. So I want you to understand there's a method to the madness of what I'm doing here. Yeah, we could have got 500 pips this week. I know that. I know that. Easily. Easy 400, 500. Because even other trades were in the profit. Well, let's look at another trade. The GBP USD. Look at what I'm talking about, guys. Look, if we would have got it on the trend change of the GBP USD, Look what we got, guys. 537 pips we could have got. Meanwhile, we're taking sells here, sells there, sells here, sells there. And the damn thing is on the long side. I'm telling us to get sells. Go ahead and smack me in the group, guys. Go ahead. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind because we're still winning, you know. Now, if we was losing more accounts, then I'd have to tuck my head in shame. But we're still winning. The effort, though, is to take it to the next level. The effort is to take us out of this sitting in the red bullshit. The most time we're going to deal with the red is at the beginning of the trend, because on the higher time frame, you got to deal with the bouncing around of the trade. Because the D1 chart, this is what the hour chart looks like. The hour is moving around a lot. Within the hour of a day, it's moving around. So you don't really see it when looking at the D1. This is a day. Each one of these candles represent a day. So within that day, the price is moving around within that day, but it's continuing to make, if it's a short trend, if it's a sell trend, it's continuing to make lower lows and lower highs. If it's an uptrend, it's making higher highs and higher lows. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just going to go straight to profits. No, it's going to go into profits, drop back down a little bit, go a little bit more into profits, drop back down a little bit, might do something crazy with the news and then go back and up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to require patience. But look, we're up how many pips right now on our last position of GBP USD? We're up 36 pips at the current price. Today alone, we were up 75 pips. So look, that's 175 pips I'm showing you right there between the GBP CAD and the GBP USD. That's on that position. The second position, we were up a total of 50 pips. That's 125 pips on the GBP USD. We were up today and 100 pips over there. That's 275 pips we were up today alone, and 96 that we already closed out. So we're talking about we could have easily closed 375 pips. Easily. So don't scoff at the 96. Don't, you know, for those of you like, they only closed 96. You haters out there. Not the ones on the team. I know you guys on the, but you know, I put this video out for a lot of people to see. So the haters out there, they only closed 96 pips today, this week. No, we could have got 275 easily today. But there's a method to our madness. And we about to take this damn thing to the next level, where the average trade we close is 250 pips per trade with multiple positions. Look, all we're going to do is catch the beginning of the trends on the daily chart. So it's going to take longer for those setups to happen, and it's going to take longer for us to take profits. But patience always gets you more money in the Forex. The higher the time frame that you trade, the more money you make, the more pips you get. And that's where I'm going with it. And that's why we only did 96 pips this week, because I'm giving these trades right here a chance to play out to the maximum trend, the maximum pip game. That's what it's all about. All right? Capiche? So now, again, we're at the beginning of a trend change on the GBP USD. You think I was going to get out of that? No. Because I'm thinking about a minimum of 250 pips. And we have multiple positions. All right? All right. So understand the method to the madness so that you're able to relax in these trades and do the damn thing. Go back test your day chart, day one charts, daily charts, D1 charts. Back test your charts this weekend on Heikin-Ashi candles. And look at every time that the color changed. If I would have went that direction and stayed in the trade until it changed colors, how many pips I would have got. I'm giving you guys jewels. Those of you who listen to it want to take it to the next level with us. You'll be able to even tell me, Shane, we got a trend change on this pair. I think I done said enough. I think you guys get the point. You just take a look at the USD CAD. Let's look at that. We're in that trade as well. It's being a little choppy right now. You see it's chopping up and zoning. Zoning. It's trying to change the trend though. You see that arrow momentum going down? It's trying to change the trend. That's why I'm sitting there in it. That trade alone as well, we were up 60, 70 pips without the week. And I stayed right there in it. So there is a method to the madness. I hope you guys feel me where I'm coming from and understand where I'm coming from. This is going to do a lot of things. It's going to keep us out of being in these red trades, because the only time we're in the red trades is because I'm going against the master direction. You see these two cells? The damn daily chart was still going long. It was still going long. I should have never took those cells. I should have never took them. We're only taking sells when the daily is going red. We take buys when the daily is going blue. And so that alone is going to take us to the next level. It's going to keep us out of the drawdown. It's going to allow us to maximize our pips. It's been real, guys. I'm only going to keep it real with you. So if I got to kick myself in the butt, I'm going to kick myself in the butt in front of you, and we're going to still win, no matter what. Have a good weekend. Remember, use your weekends wisely. Learn more, earn more. We got a Forex trading education playlist in our YouTube channel. Take advantage of it. Ask the questions if you got to. Build your team. Sunday night, we're going to have the webinar. We're going to knock it out the park. We're going to bring the information. Then we're going to bring the fire with that information he gives us that blow your mind when it comes to the millionaire mindset. If you're going to become a millionaire, you got to get your mind right first. Guys, have a great weekend.